The Audi S4 has long represented the intersection of performance and practicality. Since it was first introduced to the Audi lineup in 2000, people have been drawn to the way it gives serious performance, but packages it into an everyday livable and fairly affordable luxury sedan. There are two trim levels, Premium Plus and Prestige, both of which will be covered in this review, as well as the available packages and options. We will be showing you the two-door S5 Coupe soon, but for now, let's check out the model that your wife might actually let you get. We would like to specially thank Audi of Lexington for giving us access to today's vehicle. If you would like to find out more information about their stunning dealership and large inventory of all the Audi models, then follow the link to their website provided in the video description. On the S4 you've got the typical Audi key fob, with the exception of extra branding here on the back. Of course, the advanced key system is standard. Let's start off with the new engine and performance. Since this is a totally new design, everything under the hood is different from the outgoing model. Replacing the supercharged unit is a 3-liter twin-scroll turbocharged V6 engine, which makes 21 extra horsepower and 44 extra pound-feet of torque. That brings the new total up to 354 horses and 369 pound-feet of torque. That engine routes its power through an 8-speed automatic transmission and standard quattro all-wheel drive. Right now, that's the only option, which is a little strange since you can get a manual on the regular A4. There are also two differentials to choose from. The standard one has a basic ratio of 60% of the power to the rear and 40% to the front, but it can adjust that. An optional sport differential can actively split torque between the rear wheels, and it can direct almost all of the torque to one wheel when it's needed for maximum performance. And on the topic of maximum performance, the S4 delivers a class-leading 0 to 60 time of 4.4 seconds according to Audi. Despite increased performance, Audi was still able to decrease fuel consumption, which now comes in at 21 city, 30 highway, 24 combined, an increase of 3 mpg combined. Now let's go ahead and check out all the other upgrades. Audi actually skipped the 2017 model year for the S4, so when I'm referring to the old one, I'm actually talking about the 2016 model year. Obviously, this one has entirely new looks, derived from the also entirely new A4. The single frame grille has a more mature look to it, and it's more squared off than before. It is finished in platinum gray on all models, and it's hard to tell, but the bars are a little thinner looking than they are on the A4. Coming to the headlights, they are the same as on the A4, which means they are fully LED with LED daytime running lights and turn signals to accentuate. It takes a trained eye to spot the changes down here, but this bar is different to give it a wider overall appearance. We have the standard 18-inch Star Design alloy wheels, and they are standard on both of the trim levels, by the way. There is an optional wheel, and it is a 19-inch V-spoke wheel with contrasting gray accents. For brakes, you have 6-piston 13.8-inch ventilated disc brakes in the front and 13.1 inches in the rear, which can have red calipers if you get the S Sport package. Summer tires are actually standard, but they can be traded for all seasons at no extra cost. Up here you'll find the S mirrors with the signature satin chrome finish. They have all the goodies like heating, auto dimming, and power folding, standard on both trims. The S4 comes in at 186.1 inches long, which puts it a little ahead of its other German rivals, like the 340i or C43 AMG. One thing I want to mention about the suspension is that a Sport Adaptive Dampening suspension is optional through the S Sport package. It's said to improve driving dynamics by using sensors to measure acceleration and yaw rates. Finally, in regards to safety, the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety hasn't rated anything 2018 model year yet, but the 2017 A4 is a top safety pick plus, so it should do well. The S4's tank is 15.3 gallons, and that's good for 367 miles of range on premium fuel. As you can tell, the S4 looks substantially sportier in the rear compared to the regular A4. Subtle refinements make it look wider, and it actually is lower. The S4 does get this lip spoiler. The taillights are the newest Audi design with the really cool dynamic turn signals. All the elements are of course LED. The biggest differentiation in the rear is this diffuser area, especially these quad stainless steel exhaust pipes, which really set off the design. Well, now that we've seen the big exterior upgrades, let's see what Audi's done with the inside. Looking inside, you'll find no connection to the old S4. The cabin has the new modern design from the A4, but with sportier touches abound. We have the simply named black interior color, and the other options are rotor gray and magma red. We also have the optional leather package, which gives us full Nappa leather seats, as opposed to the Alcantara and leather trim seats, which are standard. Any of those colors can be paired with this brushed matte aluminum or optional carbon atlas inlays. The door trim also uses a luxurious mix of materials. As part of that leather package, we get leatherette all across the armrest. This and the Alcantara will always be black. And two-person memory seats are standard. When it comes to the seats, Audi didn't mess around. Every S4 gets 12-way adjustable seats, which have 4-way lumbar, adjustable side bolsters, and even massaging. This also extends for more thigh support. Like I mentioned a moment ago, we have the optional, very supple Nappa leather. Looking around the cabin, there's not a huge difference from the A4. But like most cars in this class, there are a few extra sporty touches. The material quality is very nice. The upper dash areas are all made of soft touch plastic. The standard aluminum trim also looks nice and feels nice. You've got a little more down here, and leatherette trim also pads the center tunnel. The push-button ignition has moved up the console a little bit compared to the last gen. The button also glows red. This is the upgraded 8.3-inch MMI screen, available in the technology package for Premium Plus models. The awesome virtual cockpit is also part of that tech package on Premium Plus. This alone is probably going to make you want to spend the extra money. I've shown you this on several other Audi models, and you just press these buttons to control it. That center-mounted tack is exclusive for the S model, but you still get information on both sides. In the regular mode, you can still view all the regular stuff on the big screen, including the real crowd pleaser, Google Earth. And on Prestige, you also get a heads-up display if all this isn't enough. The S4 has electric power steering, fed through this gorgeous flat-bottom steering wheel. This is the standard setup, but if you opt for steering wheel heating, it will become round again. Also, a dynamic steering system is available, and that changes the steering ratio based on how fast you're moving. This cluster of buttons goes along with the virtual cockpit, and on this side several others for commonly used functions. You also get paddle shifters, and then behind it standard rain sensing wipers. We have a regular cruise, but adaptive cruise with traffic jam assist is optional. The wheel also manually adjusts. I forgot to look at these earlier, but the S4 does get special sport pedals. Audi's blind spot monitoring system is optional through the tech package, even though it's standard on the related S5. One of the reasons people like this class of vehicle is because of the abundant storage, and the S4 is no different. This console bin is the same as on the A4, and likewise for the connections. It does adjust, and it's leather wrapped. Up here is another small space for your phone and a 12-volt outlet. For better or for worse, the electronic shifter bug has bitten the S4. You can shift manually here instead of using the paddles if you prefer. Since this is a Premium Plus, we have the standard backup camera with parking sensors, but a 360-degree camera comes on the Prestige. And park is simply engaged by pressing P. You also have an electronic parking brake, which is automatic. Unlike the S5, the Bang & Olufsen 3D sound system with 19 speakers and 755 watts of power is standard.
This is a Lion Little production.
It's a very nice sounding setup. This is the MMI controller area, which you have to use since the screen is not a touchscreen. These buttons let you quickly toggle between 3 drive modes, plus an individual one that you can customize to your liking. And here are the other buttons across this row. Above that, you have the standard 3-zone automatic climate control, which is pretty rare in a sedan. It's got these really interesting touch-sensitive buttons that show options before you actually push the toggle. It's both high-tech and simple. You also have 3-stage heated seats standard on both trims, and ventilated seats optional on both trims. And now that brings us to the MMI infotainment system. Let's take a quick look. This is the newest version of Audi MMI, with the latest graphics and the fastest performance. In media, you can control the Bluetooth audio or connect a variety of other options. In navigation, you can handwrite addresses or use voice commands. Of course, over here you get 3D Google Earth maps as well. And as you can see, scrolling is very smooth and fast. Audi Connect has a ton of features powered by the 4G LTE connection that this vehicle has. I'm not going to go through them, so check out our dedicated Audi MMI Tech Help video for more information about Audi Connect, as well as the entire system as a whole. There are some specific settings for S models, like the ability to customize the engine, transmission, steering, and even the exhaust note. The last thing I will point out is the smartphone interface. Android Auto or Apple CarPlay will appear here when you plug in a compatible device. Overall, Audi MMI is one of the most comprehensive systems on the market today. The S4 also has a frameless glass auto-dimming mirror, and the HomeLink garage door openers are up here. The S4 also gets a standard moonroof. It's not panoramic, but it does open up a bit larger than the norm. So overall, the S4's cabin is just as nice as I hoped it would be. It kept all the nice things about the A4, and then added some more sporty pizzazz. This is a cabin the whole family could be happy with. Now Mason will show you the rest of the car.
Nicely enough, the S4's rear door trim is made of the same luxurious materials as the front. Obviously, these rear seats are the main selling point of the S4 over the S5 Coupe. You've got 37.4 inches of legroom and 35.7 inches of headroom, which is plenty of room in case the kids need to tag along. All of the niceties the A4 has also make it onto the S4. We've got standard vents and climate controls back here, although this tester is missing the heated rear seats. Underneath that, there's a 12-volt outlet. You've also got this leather-wrapped center armrest that doubles down as a storage area. Up on the roof, we've got LED lighting, a nice headliner, and an assist grip. Legroom is good and better than the competition if you're wondering. I've got plenty of space. Although if I slide over, it's a different story. Keep in mind though that this is with the seat fully back. So overall, of course I'm a fan of the S4's rear seats. I liked the A4, and this just adds a sporty feel to them without taking away any comfort. The rear does have some versatility to it. You can easily fold down the 40-20-40 split seats by using this lever. To open up the trunk, you can just use the key or the button located underneath the trunk lid. There you will find a class-competitive 13 cubic feet of space, and keep in mind that the seats do fold. Here's what it looks like with one of them folded. And these are the little straps to fold the other two. I love the diamond stitching, and unlike rivals, the seat over here is identical to the driver's at 12-way power adjustable. That means it also has a massaging feature too. This is all real aluminum trim with some Quattro branding. The glove box does open pretty wide, and it's nicely felt lined. This model also gets some leather where your knees rest. Well guys, we hope you enjoyed the very first in-depth review on the 2018 Audi S4 Premium Plus. The pricing information is coming up next, and be sure to subscribe to our channel for updates about our latest content. Also, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and join us next time as we sample more of the latest automotive delicacies.